Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, okay, if this happens, it would be the most perfect fit ever.
Hey guys,
Let's see who you sent me here.
I'm Brad the
Hello.
Fox, and welcome back to Final Doom: The Plutonia Experiment. This guy's currently geeking out a little bit because was it the developer Skullgirls tweeted something?
Yeah, interest in making a new Darkstalkers game because Capcom wants to revive dead IPs. And he's like, dude, let me at that shit. And I'm like, yes, there is no one more qualified to do it.
I want to show you guys something. I mentioned this. I actually got 2 packs of these here. I mentioned this in the last episode about these things called rockets. It's these right here. Like the little candy pucks has rockets on them. Or says rockets on them. Like little
210, damn.
they're like little concave discs. I know I said I know it almost sounded like I said dicks, but discs.
Discs.
That too. Wait, that's what I was referring to. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Just to possibly clear up a little bit of confusion. Now, I know you can get those in different areas, and that counts something different. But here, I'm not sure if they're called the same thing all over Canada, but
And
here in Newfoundland, that's what they're called.
Yeah, here in Innsmouth. I'm sorry, I still love that joke. It's so fucking perfect.
About what the whole Lovecraftian thing and us being like worshipping like fish people.
Well, no, you are the fish people.
And the funny thing is, Newfoundland was originally a town or a province for fishing. That's what this island was originally found for its fish.
Yeah.
So
that's also Innsmouth.
That wouldn't exactly be incorrect.
Like, the basic story, and forgive me if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Basically, small fishing town. I believe it's actually in, like, New England or somewhere. Like, upper U.S., up in there, right? Mm-hmm. So not too far from where you are, but not quite where you are. Because you're, like, right above that hand, right? Like, that's about where Newfoundland is.
Yeah, we're around, we're on the far east coast of Canada.
Yeah, so around, a bit further up, but around the ballpark area.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a small fishing town, and things started going bad, and eventually they just made a deal with, I believe it's Dagon specifically, though in a lot of different interpretations. Sometimes it's Cthulhu, sometimes it's Dagon. You get the gist. And basically it's turned them into fish people, and they, yeah. So it's just a town full of freaky village people that worship gods and kid women to breed and, you know, kill people who are snooping around, you know.
Okay, one part of that story is correct. Other part of it, not so much. And I'll leave it for you guys to debate on which one is which.
Because, like, they mate with females, you know, to make hybrids. It's a whole thing. It's, like I said, I'm rusty as fuck. I don't remember exactly. That one is The Shadow over Innsmouth, which a lot of people confuse and combine with Call of Cthulhu. Like, well, a lot of times
the fish town part, you got that you got that this year accurate.
Yeah, well, the idea is you're a fishing town
Yep.
on the East Coast.
Yep.
It has a lot of weird ways about them and just seem like very odd people. I think that was the basis of the joke. Is you're a bunch of weird people in a fish town in the middle of nowhere, so maybe you're weird fish people.
Well, that's not exactly incorrect, if I must be honest. Because we are.
I believe it was Best Friends Play I got this from, and they are also Canadians, but they're over in Quebec.
Ah, that's just on the western side of us.
Yeah. But
that's the France of Canada. Quebec is. That's where the French people are.
yeah, I probably learned more French from watching that channel than I have anything else, just because they're from.
Yeah, have fun when you
sent me because
Yeah, have fun because learning French is a mandatory thing here. Which I barely remember anything, but.
I don't think it's mandatory to learn other languages anywhere. Maybe in like Texas or New Mexico or somewhere around there, you might have to learn Spanish, or like Florida because it's so close to Cuba. You might have to learn Spanish, just because there's such a heavy population there. I think most places in the U.S. it's optional, along with French. Which I don't know, because there is like Louisiana and like New Orleans, whereas there's some weird Cajun French down there. But
and fun fact, all of the stuff that we buy in stores, no matter what it is all bilingual. It's always French and English on it.
Yeah, I learned that from you sending me shit. I didn't know that was a thing until you started mailing me shit. And then I noticed that everything I get has French and Canadian. Here, it'll just be English and maybe Spanish. But usually the other language is on the back of the box. Usually, or like in small little print. It's not like, because your shit, it's like, there's the English and then French, and the French isn't that much smaller than the English.
Nope, the French is
like
literally right after the English,
like
and it's the exact same size.
Yeah, it's just as prominent.
And that's because because literally one province here in Canada is literally just full of French people.
Yeah. There's a lot of French up there.
But now there are other French people like scattered out across Canada, but that's the main area where like majority of like where the French people are.
Yeah, America. I mean, where I am, you'd mainly just see English, regular people. But all of America is a melting pot, right? So really, you can see anyone from anywhere at any time, at any place, really. Like there was quite a few Hispanics people at my school and where I live.
Well, the funny thing is, the city not far from where I am, which is actually the main city here in Newfoundland, I'm after seeing a few foreign, what we consider like foreign people that's not normally from around here. But like we're after seeing like, a few like African Americans and stuff.
There's a lot of that, especially in Louisville. In like the more city, well, that's like most cities, even in the middle of fucking nowhere. In a lot of big cities, there's a lot of that.
Sure, that's your flabby dingbat.
We're kind of like weird in like the central/southern. We're kind of like borderline southern, but pretty much central. Where we're at here in Kentucky. And yeah, like, even though there's a stereotype of us being a bunch of hicks and rednecks, it's really not like that, especially if you go to some of the cities. Like, especially Louisville, it's just as ghetto as any other major city. It's I've been there recently, downtown a bit, and it's sketchy as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly around here because
Louisville's got.
I live in a small town, and basically.
Right now, I live in the middle of the country.
And we don't usually see people from like other parts of the world here. It's just mainly just in the city, just
Yeah.
and not far from
Well,
us.
where I'm at right now, specifically where I'm living right now, there's a lot of older people and like just old white people, pretty much. Like I'm in the countryest. I'm in a more country area. I'm about an hour or two from Louisville, so it's not. You see more like just old white people here. Hell, fucking Amish people drive their horse buggies by our house every day, dude.
Wow, that's something you never see here.
Yeah. No. But oh, you could, well, dude, Kentucky, you could see horses a lot. Like hell, like a lot of places will have horses, even downtown. I mean, we have the biggest horse race in the world here, right?
Yeah, because
Like
who?
Churchill Downs.
Yeah, who doesn't know the Kentucky Derby? I mean, really.
I've actually met a couple of people who online who didn't.
Huh?
I actually met people from Cali who didn't. And I'm like,
that's honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit surprising.
Yeah, like we get people from all over the world like coming there. Like we have like fucking foreign, like high up government people and fucking celebrities and all kinds of shit coming down for that. Like for like a month before the Derby, like downtown is just a fucking giant chaotic party. And like there's all kinds of like events and shit with all kind of, like it's the Kentucky Derby Festival. Like they do a whole big thing, and that's like our biggest like tourist thing.
It's like here, like we got something called the St. John's Regatta, and that's like where a lot. What I believe was it upwards of. Basically there's a big pond or a big lake out in St. John's, and around, was it upwards of what, 80 to 90,000 people just gather in that area? And there's so many people in that one place that you literally have to squeeze by people just to get through from where you want to go.
Well, we have steamboat races on the Ohio, because the Ohio River is not that far. Like, you can pretty much spit anywhere and you'll hit a river or a lake around you. There's a lot of rivers and lakes in the state. The Ohio being the main one that separates us from Indiana. And, like, you can go to downtown and just see the fucking bridge and see the river. Or go really anywhere. See it, but there is a steamboat race they have down there that's part of it, because there's like there's also like a hot air balloon race and a balloon glow where they don't fly them, they just light them up, and they have a whole bunch of different kinds of hot air balloons, like of different shapes that look like different shit. They do all kinds of crazy shit. There's an air show.
Oh, what stuff with like hot air balloons and stuff?
Yeah, and,
I'd love to see that.
With like, and an air show with like planes and shit flying around and doing stunts and shit. Like they do all kinds of shit.
Oh, I seen one of those before, because there was my old elementary school actually hosted a thing like that, where we saw a helicopter doing like a mock rescue, or picking up people from a raft. And we also seen a air show, which was, I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome. It was the first time I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. The only bad thing about it is just how fucking big and how many people and how crowded it is. Like, I've never been. I've only ever watched it on TV because it's just so crowded and traffic is so bad. Traffic in downtown Louisville on a regular day isn't great because no one down there can drive anymore. There's wrecks all the time. But and then there's Thunder over Louisville, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, fireworks show in America that we do around the Derby time. Mm-hmm. So they do a lot of different things for it, and it's like a big thing every year. Like, we get out of school for it and everything.
There's a few big events that goes around here. There's another town that's not far from here. It's actually like 10 minutes up the road. Like a 10-minute drive up the road. Yeah. And it's something called the Caligula Soiree, and that's also another big event.
Yeah. See, I live quite a bit of ways from Louisville now, like an hour away driving, but I lived there all my life, and I used to see this shit on TV all the time. I've probably been downtown more in the past couple months due to various reasons than I've ever had before, but yeah. Some parts of downtown aren't that bad, like if you stay near the bigger attractions that are like have a lot of guards and people, you're usually fine. But watch the alleys and under the overpasses and bridges, because that's where you find a lot of homeless. A lot of people in Louisville and Indiana, and I think even Ohio, drugs have been a problem. Like a big problem. Like, drugs have gotten really, really bad down there. Like, I've heard downtown Louisville described as the Walking Dead.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's gotten rough down there. But, you just gotta watch where you are. And, don't go to the West End. What, is it West? Yeah, it's the West End. West End's the bad one. Of course, that's any big town or city, right? They always have that one end of town that you don't go to. The one you don't walk alone on. That would be the West End. Which I was closer to than I realized. Still pretty far, but it doesn't take a while to get there, which is scary. Like, you know that McDonald's I was going to every day? You keep going down the road straight long enough and you'll hit the West End. And going through that area, I've seen, some shit's bled down there. Definitely some of the issues have bled down there as well, so it's kind of sketchy. But, where I live, my trailer park wasn't that bad. Like, we didn't really have a whole lot of issues. I think it was only like one shooting I can remember. And that was basically a suicide by cop because this dude lost his shit and was taking swings at the cops with a butter knife. I don't know if he was high. I don't know if he had just lost his mind. But I don't remember hearing the shots. I was like dead asleep, but I do remember my mom telling me about it and still hearing sirens the next morning. Wow. And there was like people there from the news and everything. It was a whole to-do. But, and like some of the roads around there, like the Greenbelt Highway, yeah, that's the thing. My mom, because here's the thing, I could walk to Walmart, but I'd have to cross that highway, and for years my mom wouldn't let me just because people drive like idiots down that road, dude. Then there's the intersection by Barnsley and Western, my middle and high school. There's the intersection there where a girl who went to my school got killed. And And then there's Dixie Highway. Hoo boy, and then there's Dixie Highway. Dixie Highway. I'm not sure what the number is, but it's very high. Like, there has been a lot of people killed on that fucking road. But, my neighborhood specifically was never really too bad. But I was a lot closer to some of the shit. Like, even going to that McDonald's, like, passing the apartments there was really sketchy. Like, there was a lot of weird shit going on down there, so even that was kind of iffy, but yeah. I never really had a whole lot of trouble with any crime or anything.
Just pointlessly beat the shit out of each other, please.
Yes. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do
Okay,
it.
so is he still alive? Because I've heard people talking about Palpatine in the new Star Wars movie, and I'm like, how is he alive?
He died in episode 6. Or presumably.
Yeah, like, does he come back? If he comes back, he has to be a ghost, right? Because ghosts are a thing.
Yeah, the Force Ghost.
Yeah. Have we ever seen a Sith Force ghost ever? Like, can that even be a thing? Like, do you have to be on the good side to come back as a ghost?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's some expanded universe thing that explains it, but I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
There's a robot chicken bit, because they did a bunch of Star Wars specials where, as he's falling, he fucking switches sides, and that lets him become a Force ghost. So, and then at the end scene where it's got like Vader and Yoda and Kenobi, like he shows up there, yeah, last minute switch, last minute face turn. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's Robot Chicken.
They did several Star Wars specials, just like Family Guy did. As a matter of fact, that's a bit in all of the fucking Family Guys ones, is them making fun of the robot chickens. Chris makes robot chicken.
Huh.
Chris's voice actor is actually the creator of Robot Chicken. So that's a running gag at the end of all the Family Guy Star Wars specials, is they bring up the Robot Chicken ones and make fun of him, and then he fights them back, and it's great.
I was wondering why he did that.
Yeah, because Seth Green is Chris, and he's the guy who makes Robot Chicken. So that's why whenever they take up, like in the Road to Multiverse, they even take a shot at Robot Chicken. Chris gets pissed, and that's why. And I love it.
I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah.
More you know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we already did that. Never mind.
Now, like in the third one, they even literally have everyone in the main family who is not voiced against Seth MacFarlane talking about how much of a douche Seth MacFarlane is. Because he's the creator of Family Guy, and he voices Stewie, Brian, Peter, I think Quagmire, and a bunch of other people.
I know, he does like 9 or 10 different voices.
Yeah. I mean, that's still no beating South Park, where Matt and Trey do like almost all of them. But yeah, because they do a lot of voices. I think for like most of the original seasons, they did almost everyone, except like Chef and maybe a couple others.
Yeah, because Chef was done by Isaac Hayes.
Yeah. who left because he was a Scientologist and they roasted Scientology really good. And then they made an episode parodying the host situation that killed him in the most brutal way they possibly could.
Yeah, he also did that in Stick of Truth where they brought him back in the zombie. Then he got flame farted blasted in the face by a flaming fart.
Yeah. That's tame compared to how he dies in the show.
I know, he gets ripped to pieces, doesn't he?
Pretty much. They also kind of make him a pedophile before they do it.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, guys, you're just being mean. This is just mean.
Well, I'm sorry, Park. I guess
Yeah, they don't.
being mean
pull
doesn't
their
exactly.
punches.
Yeah, doesn't exactly fuck with okay.
Yeah, they. That's why South Park's so good, because they legit just don't give a fuck. They will do whatever the fuck they want. And if someone tries to stop them, they'll just use that as a joke. To where the attempts to censor them become the butt of a joke in a future episode on their own.
No, there's another.
Or they'll just put a fucking crying. Oh my god.
Not dead. Thank you. I need to remember that. That's what does that. I'm not getting I'm not getting my face bitten up by a specter. Thanks. When I hear the name Spectre, I can't help but think of the Kamen Rider Spectre from Kamen Rider Ghost. And the funny thing is, his last form is literally the 7 deadly sins.
That's fucking cool.
And the name is called.
Really good.
Yeah, the name is called Sin Spectre. Jesus, Gary's
Cool.
mod. I literally just had a notification for Gary's mod. Like the hell out of the game. Okay, those dickholes are dead. Holy crap! Look! Go find yourselves a new hobby instead of blasting us in the face with bullets. Okay, how the hell did I manage to get in there in the first place and make it out of there alive? Now I'm just getting in there and just getting absolutely brutally murdered. Oh, knock it off.
I'll be right back.
Die. Thank you. Go and kill each other, you bunch of morons. Oh god. How about... No. Go shock somebody else with your horny nipples, Jesus. How about you go die for chopping it in half with a chainsaw? Over here, dumbass. I'm not using a rocket in here because I already died once to it. I don't want to die to it again. Come out here, you moron. This shit. Yeah, like I wanted to be blasted by you. Okay. We got stuck around that corner. Alright, game, stop freaking killing us. Stop being such of a dick. Yeah. That's not being a dick whatsoever now. That's being a bigger one. Now, die! Get the hell out of here. Okay, I literally just walked right into that like an idiot. Get in. Get out. You die. Aim up, you idiot. Jesus, Doom Guy, you're a badass. Yesterday with Silver Disco, but my god, you're doing a sucking ass right now.
All I heard was ass.
There we go. And now we'll go down.
I'm back, by the way.
Back, man. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, yes, two ye. Beautiful. One thing I'll say though, if I must be brutally honest, Chef was one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna lie.
I like Chef. Everyone likes Chef, but like, he had religious differences, man.
Yeah. Hello, children.
Scientology's fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Hello,
and
children.
Oddly enough, a lot of the shit they say in the Scientifically Scientology episode is actually legit. Like, they don't even make it up. Like, they just tell what they actually believe, and it's some crazy fucking shit. But I don't bash on religions. Like, believe whatever you want. You know, like, flying spaghetti monster. Fuck it, right? But
Frick off, G-Force.
there's so many sketchy and just weird things about Scientology. There's so much, like, sketchy and money grubbing about it that it's just, dude.
I actually don't know much about Scientology, if I must be honest.
I know a little bit, mainly from that episode, some other things I've seen here. And there's a parody of them in GTA 5 called the Epsilon Program, and they're parodies. They're just a straight up direct parody of Scientology. Like, just no beating around the bush. They're just straight up a parody of it.
Just going killing each other.
Because GTA is not unlike South Park in that everything in it is a parody, which I never really got until I actually played 4 and just saw how much of this shit is just making fun of all the stupid shit we do in real life. 4 in particular is very cynical and very interesting in how it portrays America, and I really like it. 5 is just not far behind, but yeah. Because like I said, I played GTA 5 for like 2 weeks, and I just sat there watching. I watched a lot of the in-game TV games, and there's some fucking funny shit on there. My favorite is like a parody of reality shows, right? Where they're following this washed up like 80s action star who's like, you know, Bruce Willis type, or, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis type. And it's fucking hilarious. Because it's this dude who is in all these old like Vietnam War movies. So he has a sock puppet that it has like buck teeth and like a fucking hat and like a rage like a Vietnamese person. It's fucking much like South Park. They pull no punches in those games. As far as they will say whatever they want and parody whatever they want and not give a fuck.
speaking of GTA, I'll never forget the video I came across. It was a Danger Dolan video.
Danger Dolan.
And, well, now called Planet Dolan, but still.
Yeah.
It was about a bunch of, like weird, video game glitches and exploits. And one of them was in GTA, I believe it was GTA 3, had the flying tank.
Yeah. There's a really good one, the swing set, the haunted swing set is what they call it. And basically, because there's no kids in the game, right? But they put playgrounds and stuff in there just to give it more life and make it seem more realistic, right? Because of course they're not going to put kids in the game. It's GTA. They get enough heat already. They're not, if you could actually run around murdering children, that would never make it story.
That would just be wrong on so many levels.
They barely get away with what they get away with. They would legit just not be able to sell the game at that point.
No.
It took them forever just to let you be able to kill animals. Like, 5's the first time you can really kill animals and see cats and dogs and shit. But in 4 there's this swing set you can go to that glitches out, and if you go near it, it'll do damage to you and swing at you. But if you go to it in a car and you get it wedged in there just right, it will launch you halfway across the fucking map.
I heard about that.
And it's fucking amazing. Yeah, I used to fuck with it all the time.
Die, you.
If I was just playing GTA 4 and I was just bored, I'd always just go to that swing set and just play with the glitch because it was fun. I like glitches like that. I like glitches that don't break the game but just make fun, stupid, weird shit happen.
Because, if it's something that I can, just dick around with, something that doesn't, make the game crash or anything.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
Hell yeah.
Because I love finding glitches and stuff like that in games.
Honestly, whenever I found a non-crashing glitch in a game, I'm gonna be shooting and grin on my face. I'm not even gonna lie. Whenever I find an interesting glitch, I just get that big grin, that fucking swimming in air in a Ratchet and Clank 1 that I've never been able to fucking pull off again.
Same, dude. Because you're just you found this new thing that you thought you couldn't do, and now that you found out that you can actually do it, you want to keep at it.
I need to fucking boot up Underground 2 and just fucking go ham and see if I can get some shit going, because in Thug Pro, if you're playing that game online, because that's a mod of Underground 2 that has levels from every game, a more in-depth created character, a more in-depth created park, and just a bunch of other shit. And support for additional mods, so you can put anything in as a level. Well, if you go to one of the regular levels, a lot of the time you just see people flying around the map because they have played the game so much they know all the glitches. So I want to fuck with that and try to get some glitches going. I've never really, I got a couple minor glitches, but nothing really I've been able to regularly exploit or anything I can really do crazy with in Tony Hawk. Because though I have done some fun shit, this isn't really a glitch, but this is just something fun I like to do in the I don't know if it's Underground 1 that starts it. It might even be Pro Skater 4 or even 3. But you can get... I'll be right back. Coming!
I did. Yeah, like the Squid was saying, I love to find any glitches and stuff in games because it kind of like puts a spin on the original game, and plus it's like it's something that's not normally like it's not part of the normal game. It's just something that is up with the programming itself. And so finding glitches and stuff was actually pretty fun, as long as, like I previously said, it doesn't completely break the game. Well, break the game in a fun way, not make the game crash. Now let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to be in here. I just said let's get the hell out of here. Okay, let's see if there's any more health kits around. Hope there is. Oh, yes. Oh, med kit, should say. Ooh. Okay, that's much better. Much better. And is everybody dead? That didn't exactly because I didn't want to leave the level too early and like leave half of the stuff like unexplored. Okay, I'm feeling this music is gonna be completely misleading. Alright, so that's gonna do for this time, guys. So, throw Plutonia with the like button if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys. Like I said, music's a bit misleading. Damn it.